Struggling to shed those extra pounds despite your best efforts? You're not alone. Many people unknowingly make common mistakes that hinder weight loss progress. Whether it's misjudging calorie intake, neglecting exercise, or falling for quick fix trends, these missteps can keep you from achieving your goals. In this video, we'll explore 6 key mistakes people make when trying to lose weight and how to avoid them, setting you on the path to success. Let's dive in. 1. Skipping meals, the myth that slows down your metabolism. It was July 2022 when Sarah, a 29-year-old marketing executive, decided to finally take control of her weight. She had been feeling sluggish and frustrated with her lack of progress in losing those last few pounds. Despite working out consistently and trying to eat healthy, the scale barely budged. Determined to speed up her metabolism, she read online that skipping meals would help shed fat faster. For a few weeks, Sarah adopted this strategy, skipping breakfast and sometimes even lunch, thinking she was doing her body a favor. By the end of the day, she would gorge on a large dinner to make up for the meals she missed. But instead of feeling energized, Sarah started experiencing intense cravings, irritability, and fatigue. She found herself binge eating at night, unable to control her hunger. Despite these challenges, she stubbornly believed skipping meals would eventually pay off. Fast forward to October 2022, and Sarah was more discouraged than ever. Not only had she not lost weight, but she also gained a few extra pounds. Her metabolism had slowed down significantly, and her body was now hoarding fat as a survival mechanism. She consulted her doctor, who explained that skipping meals had caused her metabolism to become inefficient and led to overeating later in the day. It was a hard pill to swallow, but Sarah realized that skipping meals had backfired. She learned that eating regular, balanced meals actually supports a healthy metabolism and prevents the body from entering starvation mode. From that point on, Sarah adopted a more sustainable approach, eating smaller, balanced meals throughout the day, and she began to see steady progress in her weight loss journey. 2. Relying on crash diets. Why quick fixes don't last? Tom had always been the life of the party, but for years, he struggled with his weight. After countless failed attempts at weight loss, he stumbled upon a popular crash diet in January 2023, promising rapid results with minimal effort. The diet was extreme, restricting calories to an unsustainable level and cutting out entire food groups. His excitement to drop pounds quickly overshadowed any concerns he might have had about the dangers. In just 2 weeks, Tom dropped 12 pounds, an accomplishment that made him feel like he had finally cracked the code to weight loss. Encouraged by the results, he stuck with the restrictive plan, believing he had found the secret to a leaner, healthier body. However, as the weeks went by, Tom began to feel more and more drained. He experienced constant hunger pangs, mood swings, and low energy levels. Social events became a struggle, and he started avoiding gatherings to stick to his strict eating regimen. By March 2023, Tom found himself slipping. He couldn't maintain the incredibly low calorie intake anymore and began binge eating during the weekends. What followed was a cycle of crash dieting and overeating, and before he knew it, the weight he had lost came rushing back. Worse yet, he had gained even more weight than before. 3. Underestimating portion sizes. The hidden calories. Maria, a 34-year-old teacher, had always been mindful of her diet, but despite eating healthy foods like salads, lean meats, and whole grains, she couldn't seem to lose weight. She worked out regularly, and her meals were filled with nutritious options. So why wasn't she seeing results? She couldn't understand it. It wasn't until April 2023 that Maria discovered a crucial detail she had been overlooking: portion sizes. For years, Maria had been consuming what she thought were reasonable portions, but she was often eating more than she realized. A salad that she believed to be a healthy choice was loaded with excessive amounts of dressing, cheese, and croutons. A single serving of brown rice turned out to be 2 or 3 times the recommended portion. Her healthy choices were still packed with calories, and they were slowly adding up without her noticing. In May 2023, Maria attended a nutrition workshop where she learned about the importance of proper portion control. The instructors showed how easily calorie intake could spiral out of control by underestimating how much food was on the plate. Maria realized that even though she was eating healthy foods, the sheer quantity was contributing to her weight gain or lack of progress. Armed with this new knowledge, Maria began measuring her food, using smaller plates, and being mindful of serving sizes. She also learned to listen to her body's hunger cues, eating until she was satisfied, not stuffed. In June 2023, Maria started noticing changes. Her clothes fit better, her energy levels improved, and the scale slowly began to reflect her efforts. 4. Neglecting strength training, the missing key to fat loss. James, a 42-year-old software developer, had been running 5 times a week for months, determined to lose weight. His routine involved long jogs in the morning, and he believed that cardio was the best way to burn fat. He'd been seeing small progress, but the scale wasn't moving as quickly as he hoped. By September 2023, James felt stuck. His weight had plateaued, and he couldn't figure out why. One day, while browsing a fitness forum, James came across a post that caught his attention. The user explained how they had incorporated strength training into their routine and experienced significant weight loss, despite doing the same amount of cardio. Intrigued, James decided to give it a try. He hired a personal trainer in October 2023 who introduced him to weightlifting and bodyweight exercises. At first, James was skeptical. He had always thought that strength training would only make him bulk up. However, his trainer explained how lifting weights could help him build lean muscle, which in turn would increase his metabolism and help him burn more calories at rest. Strength training not only supports fat loss, but also tones and sculpts the body. By December 2023, James had completely transformed his fitness routine. He combined his regular cardio with 3 strength training sessions each week. He focused on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses, which worked multiple muscle groups at once. To his surprise, James didn't bulk up. Instead, he started noticing more muscle definition, increased strength, and a higher metabolic rate. 5. Not tracking progress. Why weighing yourself isn't enough. Lena, a 27-year-old graphic designer, had been working hard to lose weight. She had started exercising regularly and eating healthier. But after several weeks, she didn't feel like she was making the progress she had hoped for. She weighed herself every morning, expecting the number on the scale to drop, but it remained frustratingly stagnant. The lack of movement on the scale made her question if her efforts were even paying off. She felt disheartened, and her motivation started to wane. In March 2023, Lena's friend, Sarah, who had recently gone through her own successful weight loss journey, gave her some much-needed advice. "Don't just focus on the scale," Sarah said. "There are so many other ways to track progress. You could be losing fat, but gaining muscle, which might not show up on the scale." Lena was skeptical at first, but Sarah encouraged her to take measurements and track other metrics, such as how her clothes fit, energy levels, and strength improvements. Lena decided to give it a try. She took her measurements in April 2023, noting her waist, hips, arms, and thighs. She also began taking progress photos every 2 weeks. Initially, she didn't see drastic changes in the numbers on the scale, but she noticed her clothes were fitting more comfortably. Her arms and legs were getting more toned, and she could lift heavier weights during her workouts. These were signs of progress that the scale didn't show. 6. Ignoring sleep and stress. The silent saboteurs of weight loss. Jake, a 35-year-old financial analyst, was no stranger to late nights at the office. Between working overtime, managing deadlines, and trying to maintain his social life, sleep had become a low priority. He was diligent about his workouts, followed a healthy eating plan, and was tracking his calorie intake. But after months of effort, the scale didn't reflect his hard work. In July 2023, despite his best efforts, Jake noticed no significant weight loss. Frustrated and tired, he went to his doctor for a routine checkup. After discussing his routine, the doctor pointed out something Jake had overlooked: his lack of sleep and high levels of stress. Sleep and stress play a huge role in weight loss, the doctor explained. Chronic stress can increase cortisol levels, which not only leads to fat storage, especially around the belly, but also makes it harder to recover from workouts. And without enough sleep, your body can't fully recharge, which slows down your metabolism. Jake's experience is a valuable lesson. Sleep and stress are often overlooked in weight loss journeys, but they can make or break your progress. Prioritizing rest and managing stress are just as important as exercise and diet, and they can help you unlock the weight loss success you've been striving for.